name is Kevin G Nicholson, and I am the host of this YouTube channel. And tonight, I am listening to my new album, freshly released, entitled Awesome. And you can go find it by typing in my full name, Kevin G Nicholson, into any of those music streaming platforms like Pandora, Spotify, etc., etc., etc. And now that I've said that, and please stream it. They're real short. You'll find one you'll like, I swear. And it's the first week, so I need the numbers. So I proceed under the intention to hang out here for until about 10 o'clock. I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been doing my hair. I don't know if you can tell, it's a little darker than it tends to be. Oh, excuse me. It says it's supposed to be blue, and I'm sure there's some blue in there, but it's almost like black. So, for what that's worth. But it'll lighten up with time, and the sun will get it. Benito, hello! And how are you this fabulous evening? I'm trying to brace myself. My roommate's coming in tomorrow. That's right, I got a new roommate, the legendary Sparky's moving in with me. So I got a little bit of anxiety, but I'm also hoping that maybe he might be able to help with the electricity problem. I'm physically, I guess I'm all right. The hair looks okay, even if it's a little darker than I expected. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do it with this. Let's see if it shows up. Oh, well, maybe I get the lower setting. I'm gonna blind myself. Trying to show my hair. It is blue. It just looks black. So I asked my mother to assist because I can't get the back of my head correctly. I always end up leaving a little patch. So got it all dyed, I cleaned up, I did some laundry, watered the pumpkins. It's been an okay day. And oh good. That makes me feel a little better. But tomorrow I gotta drive an hour and a half up to get the legendary Sparky, and then pack up the car, and then another hour and a half back here. So that's going to be 3 hours minimum out of my day. And then I was planning on going to Robin Hood's Fair, but now the weather has changed and it looks like it's going to be raining on Saturday. So we'll see how that works out. Either way, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm trying to stay optimistic and positive about all of it, but, you know, life does what it wants to do. So here I am, hanging out. I figured I'd spend a couple passes of the album, hanging out, and you know, seeing what transpires. Because YouTube is a magical place. It's magic, and that means anything can happen at any time. I don't know why my voice went high right there. I should bring it back down. Because when I do high voice, I sound, you know, a little under the male gaze. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a terrible Seinfeld. So yeah, it's Thursday. It is the last days of June. It's June 27th, 2024. And For those who don't know, I'm listening to my latest album, which is entitled Awesome, and you should look for it on all the music streaming platforms. And I'm back at home base in Danielson, Connecticut, where currently it's 71 degrees and it's pretty nice out. And I'm biding my time. It was. Because it's not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, what's the deal with corn nuts? I know I don't do it great, Jerry, but it's the cadence still. But you want me to do, it's like everyone says I naturally fall into the Norm Macdonald. It's just a little higher pitched. And then he goes, he doubles down on all the jokes. He goes, so they had a study, and the study showed that women are bad drivers. And then he doubled down on the joke, and he just go, no one laughed. It's because they're bad drivers. See, I'm misogynist. That's what he would do. He would do that all the time. But he would do it, and it was funny. When Scarlett Johansson did it, well, then there was litigation. And that, I suspect that was why Norm Macdonald passed so soon. It had something to do with Scarlett Johansson or the Hawktao girl. Hawktao? I forget how you pronounce it. This is it. This is the first track. The song is awesome, on the album Awesome. I squoze it all myself over the course of weeks. Put this album together. And there might be something wrong with that. But I invested a lot of effort and energy. And still everyone thinks that I'm camping because of all the lights behind me. I'm living in a Tron universe where everything's made of light, including my digestive tract. And that's why I'm so like, hey, what's this? Tahal Singh. Call Gio, please, song. Sidumus Wala. Song, play favorite song, please. Only one down. Please, thank you. Songs on Spotify. I am not on shrooms, and actually I'm not real fond of hallucinogenics. First time getting stuffed, defined best song. Stuffed / defined. Does anyone really want to get stuffed in defined? I mean, aside from porn stars, because they're stuffed all the time, right? And then they're defined as porn stars. I have a lot of, and they're treating Hawktao girl the same way, and I don't think that's fair. I think the Hawktao girl should get a medal for having a sense of humor. And if I were her father, I would be damn proud that she made a halfway decent joke. I'm sticking with the Hawktao girl. Solidarity with Hawktao. Hey, I want to say Tahai. I only play one type of music here, and that's my music, and that's what we're listening to in the background. I am not a DJ. Wakanda forever. I'm just saying, I love Wakanda because it has that Lion King feel to it. Oh, Trevania, la 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 la. My favorite ice cream, it's got to be that very white chocolate chip ice cream. It can't be like the yellowish vanilla chocolate chip ice cream. It's got to be that creamy deliciousness of chocolate chip ice cream. Where and I don't even like the chocolate chips. It's the ice cream underneath it. It's very light. That's my favorite type. And then I default to chocolate because, well, it's chocolate ice cream. Even if Bill Cosby's giving it to me, I'm taking the chocolate. In fact, I might be taking the drinks before I take the pudding pops. Because you don't never know where the pudding pops have been. Oh, by the way, diddle the like button because it makes me feel better. Oh, come on. Someone do it. Someone do it. Someone do it. Oh, I'm so close. No one's gonna do it. Nobody loves me. That's okay. Not the pudding pops. Oh, he puts the pills in the people. Oh, there's the like. Oh, thank you. Oh, now I gotta clean up. I need a paper towel. Oh. No, the pudding pops. He puts the pills in the people so he can put the bill in the people. Oh, America's dad. You think Denise Huxtable got way through all that? Yeah, you know what? Bill Cosby was innocent. Liberace was innocent. Paul Rubens was innocent. You know what? I'm gonna say this too. This ain't gonna make me popular. Jeffrey Epstein, absolutely innocent. He had no trial. No one proved he did anything wrong. Everyone just assumed. The case was never tried. So therefore, we have to assume his innocence. He was not caught with pudding pops. Or Jell-O. Or the original Coca-Cola. They did nothing wrong. In fact, no one's done anything wrong. It's all corporate lies just to get the people in the prison. It wants the people in the prisons so they can make the money from the real cheap labor in the prisons. So they keep sending people in. They're telling us they're saving the children. Meanwhile, the children are closing off streets during burnouts, shooting each other, shooting their own schools up. I mean, no, but we got to protect them. They're the ones wielding all the preventative fentanyl and the Uzis. That's not a popular opinion, but I'm still saying it. So this is my life tonight. My life tonight is hanging out here in my cool T-shirt, singing about I'm not singing. I'll be talking about Bill Cosby. He was a good comedian, and he had a good stint. But you know what? I think he might have gotten a little big for his britches. And that's why good old feminism wanted to bring good old Bill down. And they got him when he was That's even worse. Couldn't even see who was pointing at him. But, you know, he had the good lawyers and he had the good people defending him, so he's back. Now, poor Ron Jeremy, on the other hand, boy, talk about someone getting railroaded. And he ended up getting dementia, and so he wasn't even competent to stand trial. So I guess that was kind of like a blessing in disguise for him. Because Ron Jeremy, I mean, you know, all of these people that people are saying they're bad people. No. You know, and sometimes, sometimes people will make a mistake once. You don't go beating the snot out of them and canceling every other person. And they're trying to cancel everyone. You think it's not going to happen to you. It'll happen to you eventually. Like the Hawk Taw girl. I'm telling you, Hawk Taw, solidarity with the Hawk Taw girl. He was accused of sexual assault too. Him, Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey. See, the thing isn't everyone assumes, oh, well, he must have done something. It's always out of context. And Ron Jeremy, I mean, he tried so hard to make a real career, and he kind of did at the end. And then they took it all away from him, that poor guy. I mean, and there are so many others. They're just locking them up left, right, and center. I'm glad I'm not a gym teacher. Every other day I open up the news and they say, oh, you got another gym teacher. You got to put him away. Another gym teacher was screwing around with a kid. Yeah, he was. He was probably one of the better known because he was kind of like the average dude. He wasn't really attractive. He was like a standard looking dude, and guys used to go, oh, well, if he can get some, then we have a chance. So he gave people hope. And then they went years later and they said, wow, he did stuff that he wasn't supposed to do. And then Ron's like, hey, I was working. That's what I was supposed to do. And they said, oh, no. It's just everyone's turning on each other. Which is, you know, before it used to be like, you got wars going all over the place, like that other person saying free Palestine. The war is cultural, and it's within each and every one of us. No one should be shooting anybody. I mean, I understand getting mad. I mean, you think I haven't wanted to, you know, put a couple people down over the course of my life? But you go, no, that's not how civilization works. We're not going to get any better that way. We just keep blowing each other away. Well, I haven't seen any empirical evidence. And he wasn't fit for trial, so I guess I'll never know. Well, let me tell you, Don, I think they're all innocent. I think it's all a big do from the feminists, and they're trying to get more and more power politically. It's not a fashionable opinion right now, but screw it. That's where I'm at. They had no actual proof on Epstein either. But they'll make it up. You know, you think they can't deep fake and then throw a little caption on it? And to be quite frank, you know, they say, oh, well, he was, and then who was the other one I was talking about? Kevin Spacey was, and then Bill Cosby was. I'm sure there was some dirty pool somewhere, but they always color it more devious than it actually was. They color it to this, you know, to this evil slant, when in most cases it's just a matter of perspective. Hers versus his. And who do they believe? They always believe the her. Believe all women, right? You don't need empirical evidence. All you gotta just do is say, oh, he brushed his hand against me. They take him away. High school teachers, left, right, and center. They've been sending them away. Every week you open every day time you open the news, someone's getting accused of sexual assault. Well, that's the thing. You don't need any proof now. All you got to do is point from the shadows. No, it was him. And they take him down. And then they say, no, we're protecting people. They're not protecting anybody. You know, and they go, and that fellow was going, wow, Ron Jeremy was a legitimate predator. Though it wasn't cancel culture, he was on film doing it. That was, you know, oh, you know what I need? What I needed tonight, I needed a little Dixon in my ass. And I got some too. Hey, how you doing, Dixon? It is, but we're part of it, and we can, you know, I try to be tolerant in my own life in order to try to send that wave out. because everyone's irritating. We don't all get along, but we got to kind of learn to coexist. It doesn't mean we have to all hold hands and have a Coke and a smile and shit, you know what I mean? But tolerance is good for any culture and any human being. And the only way you learn tolerance is by learning how to endure cultures and ideas that are different than yours. I mean, it's my opinion. And remember, Kevin G Nicholson, true wisdom is knowing that Kevin G Nicholson knows nothing. But I can write some good music, and I can hang out, and I can make you laugh, and I can tell some jokes. And you can't smell me because we're on the internet, but you can conceivably smell me if you were here. It's like one big apartment where we might not like who's in it, but we talk. Yeah, I mean, that's called cohabitation. At some point, you're going to get irritated with the people around you because they're doing something just differently than you would, and it's tough. It's tough to coexist, but you know, that's part of life. You got to learn to deal with different. You know, it's like instead you got them all battling. You know, red versus blue, Palestine versus, you know, Israel, Russia versus Ukraine. And don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to go, well, you know, the person who picked the fight should really back the hell off. But, you know, ultimately, everyone should just stop fighting. Can't we just get along? I mean, I'm not that naive, but I can dream, I can have hope, and I can hope for peace. Since when did it become politically incorrect to hope that people could get along? Irish Spring type, that's a very, I used to be a very Irish Spring type of fella, but now I smell like coffee and whiskey. And you go, but I don't see you drinking whiskey, Kevin. Well, no, because I really haven't been drinking whiskey anymore. But I have this, here, I'll show it to you. It goes, field trip. Ah, right here, going to my messy bathroom. Oh, there we go. Let me show you this. This is, I don't know if you can read that. Let me see if I get that. This is coffee and whiskey soap, and it smells really good. I don't know why that won't focus, but it smells really good. So that's what I smell like. It's very, very strong when I first put it on. Oh! Yeah. So I think, I don't know about where you are, but everyone over here runs on Dunkin'. So I gotta headbang for a second. I like the fact I still have hair to whip around. I just shook the thought out of my head though. A little more Coca-Cola. Oh no, the coffee, whoever made that soap was really on point, because a coffee and whiskey smelling soap, everyone around here drinks coffee, except for me, really. Oh, excuse me. And a lot of the girls around here like whiskey. So if you want to put something on your genitalia that's going to attract your ladies, it's that coffee and whiskey soap. You remind me of some actor, not gonna lie. That gives me no heads up. It could be, I'm often told, if I do the high voice. No, actually, I went right to Seinfeld with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. What's the deal with corn nuts? But it's generally Norm Macdonald that I get. I get Norm Macdonald a lot. And he'll tell you the way it is. If I go lower, I could do the Russian. Or if I do it with a little Scottish tint, then it turns into Sean Connery. Because some things in here don't react kindly to bolts. And Sean Connery used to master the Sean Connery plot. And that was back in the day when a woman would say something and you'd let her say it and then she'd want to say it again. So you have to give her the back of your hand to reset her hard drive. That was the way Sean Connery used to do it. Russian mafia boss from The Simpsons. We tell you the way it, what's the word? Stealing the culture? Am I culturally appropriating? If I go, thank you, come again, is that social appropriation? Or is that a character? I think it's a character. I think I'm a character that does characters. I don't think it's appropriation. Remember, Speedy Gonzales? Andale, viva. It is so sad. The way that they talk in the cartoons, it is very racist. But it was a joke. None of the other countries are all that worried about appropriation. It's just us. It's just the good old US of A that has ideology problems. And they're gonna arrest everybody. You're gonna have we have the population of Philadelphia in jail right now. Ooh, Peter, I don't know if I can do Peter. Yeah. That's close. Oh, Lois. It's there. Butt scratcher, get your butt scratcher. It's close. I'll need lines. I need my sides. If I don't have my sides, then I can't do it. That's right. I had a little sipper. Well, Stewie happens to be a little higher pitched and very, see, I almost went to Kermit the Frog there. But he's, if I think of My Fair Lady, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. What the deuce? And then there was my sister, Cecil. Look at this picture, and all you can think is bag of Coke. It's not a terrible Stewie. For right off the cuff. You give me a little crap. Oh, he definitely popped some extra chromosomes. So his head looks like a football. Because he's going to rule the world. Tell me, Brian. I'll have to work on that one. I got a lot of them, though. You do any sort of region, you're just going to bring it down. Like, Scots say anything like it's so important. And then you go down a little bit, and it goes to Irish. And Irish is more musical. Let's play rugby. Yuan. I don't know. Did I say that right? It's Y-U-A-H-N. Yuan. 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 Everything close. Yuan. I once knew Yuan. I had made the attempt to say your name a few times. I'm hoping that placates you on a certain degree. Oh, yes. You are. more time. You are Boogie Woogie. It is. It's electric. And it's going with the, if you don't know, I'm listening to my latest musical release. This is from the album called Awesome. And you can look it up on most of the music streaming services by typing my full name in. And the name is Kevin G Nicholson. You should do that because it'll help my numbers. And if you can't do that, well, you should send me a super chat or something. Because I'm just trying to get by. Well, there you are. Happy to oblige. I like giving a little shout out here and there. And believe it or not only am I not AI, I'm a real boy. I'm still in high def. Isn't that awesome? Not for you guys, but in my world, I'm in high definition. But it's nice to make your acquaintance, Yuan. I'm very pleased to make you happy. And I'm hoping to be making more people happy in the very near future. And suddenly I sound like the Count from Sesame Street. One bad attitude, two bad attitudes. Ha ha ha. What, you blew all my budget on Hell of a Boss plushies and posters. Well, you take care of you first. I'll be fine. You enjoy those plushies. I got plushies, and I'm gonna enjoy them later. I got some Vaseline and some tater tots. Yeah, plushies. Should make a song called Plushies. I got my plushie. Twang, 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 twang. This is called Zen Elevator. Because you're just waiting. Ding. You're ascending. It's like... Ding. One must never underestimate the power of the plushie. Or the power of a Hawktar girl. I want an army of Hawktars. That sounds like... See, the funny part is, if you're a geek like me, you know that in Stargate SG-1, Hawktar is supposedly superior human in Jaffa. So Hawktar, which is a little different than Hawktar, because that was Hawktar. The way she did it was great. That poor girl got fired. She didn't deserve to get fired. That's BS. But I don't understand it. Get over here. See if I can reconnect without screwing around with things. Deltarune vinyl. And a collection until my backpack fell into a lake. Aww. Aww. Do you now own waterproof backpacks? Or you guys, if it was vinyl, it's probably still good. It's just wet. You just go off. You gotta go down. You gotta get it. What's the problem? I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. Was that disconnected? What the hell? I'm trying to get my second screen going, and it wants to fight me. It's the next thing on my this next thing on my list. Let's try it this way. Do that, switch both, and then do that. I'm trying to get my internet back on the machine. This is working fine. There it is. But some reason, after a while, on my actual computer, it times out. And then it doesn't let me reconnect. It says you can connect, but you can't have internet. Well, that's BS. But if I go through my, what's the word I'm looking for? My hotspot, it seems like that kind of fixes the problem. And it did. Amazing. I don't understand why it fixes the problem, but it does. I'm just grateful it works. Because, you know, technology, they say it's going to either be the life or the death of us all. Right now, I'm saying it's at best unstable. So you want those human form robots, then they're going to be running around with blades coming out of their fingertips? I think not. I'm just waiting for my old Amazon Echo back here to sprout legs like a spider and then just start taking over. With Jeff Bezos at the control panel. Big screens. He's in control. He's in control of it all! Pardon the intrusion, but the elevator has too much people. You need to get put of the... What? Your sentence structure is terrible. Pardon my intrusion, but the elevator has too much people. You need to get put of there now. Put of there now? What are you telling me to say? But when you get to the second part, start having an aggressive kind of voice. Oh, so, all right, so the second sentence with authority, you need to get put out. Oh, so out of there. You need to get put out of there now. You need to get put out of there now. But the elevator has too much people. You need to get put out of there now. And see. I spit a little. Nah. See, I'm a Shakespearean actor. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, Petruchio, how I loved your wife. Oh, you weren't supposed to know that. From afar. I loved her from afar. Smell my finger. Oh, no, that's not right. No one likes to smell my finger joke. But would it be funny if I wrapped it up in gauze and then put it up and said, oh, let me unwrap it so you can really get the aroma. Coffee and whiskey. See, I'm liking this because I liked my last album too, but after a few months of listening to it straight, he likes Carlos Vroom Vroom. Hello. Car for an edit. Tesla. It's electric. Boogie woogie. Hello, I like cars vroom vroom. I like cars vroom vroom. I'm not, but I'm going to. In a second, let me go over here. I gotta see a guy about you're very welcome. I'm glad to oblige. I'm glad to treat you to a treat, to give you a light-hearted feel this evening. I want you to have laughter and good vibes. I send them to you. I'm gonna go. You're my sub now? Awesome. I can never have enough subs. And thank you. And please listen to my music on one of the music platforms. It's called Awesome by Kevin G Nicholson. That's me. Oh, look, it's on the t-shirt. I'm gonna go over here. I gotta do a little Gandalf thing. A little South Bar thing. A little old Toby. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Like it very much when people subscribe to me. That means you'll get more of me in the future, if you want it. And then if you don't want it, you can just unsubscribe. I used to take it very personally. Like before I hit monetization, and I was down at like 100 subs, and someone would sub, and then a couple days later they'd unsub, and I'd be like, oh, what did I do? Why don't they like me anymore? And I got over it. And now it happens all the time. But the numbers are growing, so I must be doing something kind of right. Aside from shooting pictures of plants and dogs, which is fine. I love those dogs and I love the plants, but I want to be more. Nah, it's fine. I'm very comfortable with who I is. A little concerned about the turns that society takes, but only thing I can do is participate in my limited way and try to make things a little better where I can. I try. Then I put on a little North McDonald, and I feel a little better. I gotta laugh. I gotta go over here. I am not a role model, children. And if you're a child, you shouldn't be on this. And if you are a child and you're watching this legally without your parents' consent, it's not my problem. It's your problem. You should have the right to vote. You should have the right to drink. You should have the right to procreate at 13. But at the same time, you don't get any of that protection, that BS juvenile protection stuff. That means you can't do street takeovers. You can't kill each other. It's my rules. Just gave you the rules. That doesn't apply to coal miners. Only human miners. We just got through one entire loop of the album. I'm feeling pretty good about that. But I'm still hung up on Hawk Taw and that she got fired. Because we don't want that image associated with us. It was a joke. She didn't do anything wrong. She made me laugh. That was the right thing. If you make me laugh, that's a good thing. If you like anyone laugh, it's a good thing. Everyone needs a few chuckles, and you gotta have a sense of humor. Hawk Taw, I wish she was my daughter. I'd be so proud of her. Oh. See, I'm getting into it, and the camera's getting drunk. My cell phone's getting inebriated. It can't stand up straight. So it's the end of a very constructive day for me. I did all my remaining laundry, straightened up the back room. I'm all gustoed up for my weekend, which hopefully I'll be able to share with you, my audience. Oh, excuse me. And hopefully I won't be burping in your faces like that so often. Kind of comes with the Coca-Cola. I think I need to be an angel. Oh, I really know. I know I am an angel. I know the way that we can all be better. I don't know why I suddenly got the swinging thing on me. That's hypnosis. You're getting sleepy. Ah. Remember they used to do that thing with the watch? They have the pocket watch and So watch the watch very closely. And then suddenly someone's supposed to go, oh, I'm under your control. That's not how it works. They fibbed. Hollywood fibbed to us. Just like they fibbed about us being able to repel an alien attack. That we can't do it. The aliens are going to take us down. It's not even going to be a fight. It's just going to be, that's going to be it. It's going to be done. And then they're going to subscribe to my channel, and it's going to be up to me to save the world. And I'll do it. Why? I'm clever. So, yeah. I'm going to save this planet from aliens. You just wait and see. I've got a plan. And it's a good plan, too. I can't share the plan because I don't want the aliens to catch wind, and they have mind controllers. Like, I don't know if any of you people are watching The Boys. What a screwed up and absolutely fantastic show that is. If you're a superhero and you have the power of Superman and you're a little unhinged, what could you do to society today? It's a beautiful exploration of human psychology at its finest. So I suggest Gen V, and I suggest The Boys, because I have been entertained, and I laughed more than once, and I went, ew, more than once. And they just kill everybody. And I mean, it's not, no one really dies. It's like I said, it's fiction. It's a show. No one was really hurt. But because they can do all that CGI stuff, the stuff they do on The Boys, it looks, it's gruesome. And they edit it well, so you get the shock when they do it. And I'm like, wow, that's a powerful show, The Boys. So I'm getting through that season. And that's been enjoyable. That's in between the YouTube stuff. I'm trying to keep on track. Because like for the last 3 weeks until a couple days ago, I was working on this album that you hear behind me. And I, like, close to a month I worked on it. But I didn't go in deep until, like, I was into the second week. And then I was like, I got to really get to it. And I got it done, and then it takes a few days to upload and to transfer. And so now it's on all the platforms. But that was laborious. It took a lot of effort for me to put that together. And I know you go, why didn't you have AI do it? It's not art if I just say AI do it. I want it to come from me. No one cares. Everyone wants the AI, Benito. Everyone wants the AI cock. I don't want the AI cack. K-A-K. You keep that AI cack away from me. I don't need your dirty AI virtual cack. I can say K-A-K, right? K-A-K? K-A-K, it's Thursday, folks. One more day of the work week. June 27th, 2024. In case you didn't know, you do now. I just educated you. And when I coughed, I think I just shit my pants. Try it again. You see that little squeak? That's shooting out under high pressure. I just wrote my name in the back of my skivvies. In cursive. Anyone do cursive anymore? No, no one can do cursive. I can do cursive. I can't do it real well. My handwriting is terrible. I got like chicken scratch. Which is funny because I'm an artist. You figure, well, why don't you practice a little? I've had a lot of years. I just that's just not one of my strong suits. I'm amazed how what's been going on, and I'm trying to sum my head in the sand, because like I said, it seems like everybody's getting arrested or everyone's in court for something. I mean, this is America, right? America's a free country, unless you walk by a vagina, in which case, off with ya! I've almost reached that time of the evening. I have a personal rule, which is I don't drink until 10 p.m. And then I can have a few and let go. And then get ready for beddy bye time. Because I'm not driving anywhere. So I just have a few beers, I get silly, and then I go night-night. But I like to keep my days sober. Like, I don't like the day drink. Occasionally people get me to do it, but I always end up feeling like kind of crap the next day, so I'm like, yeah, that's not so much fun. Like special occasions, I'll do it. Like Strange Creek was a special occasion. But even then, I still kept it pretty light during the day. So I'm not a huge drinker, but I do like my access to it. It helps me. It relaxes me in the evening. Not that I need a justification, but that's kind of what I tell myself. Until they take that away, which would actually be smarter. But they tried prohibition once and it didn't go so well. But that when they legalized marijuana where I'm at, it's recreationally legal in Connecticut. You believe that? You can smoke marijuana recreationally in Connecticut. You don't need a doctor's note or anything like that. I never thought I'd see that day come, and it came, and it's been here, and it's been fabulous. It's a more peaceful world here in Danielson, Connecticut. And I really kind of like this area. I'm very, very, very grateful to be nestled in my little small quiet corner of the universe, where I get to do my art and grow my flowers and pet the dogs and joke around with you guys, make my silly videos, occasionally go on stage and entertain. I didn't get a chance to audition. I think they had closed auditions this year. They didn't open the auditions up, which perturbs me a little. I think it was specifically to keep me at bay. But that's just me probably being arrogant. Probably has nothing to do with me at all. I always assume there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there's going, I'm going to get you someday. I'm going to get you. Because I've met those girls. And they ain't too pleasant. And as long as I can see them coming, fine. But it's when they blindside you. Because occasionally they can blindside you. So I'm very, very untrusting of most general populace females. Like, I trust my aunts and my mom, and I trusted my grandmother. Like, there are certain family members that I trust, but in general, I don't like going near a vagina, because it's just too easy to go, he did something, and then that's it, you're done. Once you eliminate the need for burden of proof, then it's just it's a crapshoot at this point. But that's my opinion. And I'm still here, and I'm still fighting the good fight, putting out the decent music, and talking with you. As silly as it is. I'm a pretty silly guy. I can't help but be a little silly. I don't think the Hawk Talk girl should have been in trouble. She shouldn't have been fired. It was a joke. Leave Hawk Girl alone. Internet. Not that you're listening to me. Hawk is a good thing. That's a sense of humor. We want a sense of humor. If you can't laugh, I mean, why? Sorry, is that too much? I can never tell. I'll put you back down. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you dizzy. All right, you good? You good? I could see you're like. If I had a baggie, I could put the baggie over there and I could pretend to. Then it's a production, and you know, the fact that I ended up, I got like a studio's worth of high-tech equipment, but I don't get seen until I'm doing the vertical stream. So it's back to the old run-of-the-mill phone. I mean, I bought the light, so I guess the light kind of counts as studio equipment, but it was the best laid plans of mice and men, gang-aftedly. And I am here, doing the best I can to try to entertain somebody. And I think I'm doing a good job of that for someone who's I am borderline special ed. I mean, look at this t-shirt. You can tell a special ed student made that. And I'm that special ed student. So help the special needs people sitting right in front or casting right in front of you. Don't lie, don't steal, and be nice. Just be nice. Don't open the conversation like a douche. Sorry, I picked you up again. See, that's where they're gonna get me, because I'm gonna pick it up at a time I'm not supposed to. Yuan, I will sing it. Yuan. How is that? Was that musical? Yuan. I don't know if I'm doing that right, but it's all right. I'm just being silly. We got over here. Got my Coca-Cola here. No, sorry. Didn't need it. Didn't I just sing it out like 4 times, Yuan? I mean, how many times do you want me to say Yuan? 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 I mean, Yuan? Are you on? What am I, a trained monkey? What am I here to amuse? Oh, yeah, I guess I am. Call me a monkey. Call me a trained monkey. Get a little anxiety here. Yeah. You guys are gonna get me to play with my balls. I feel it. I can feel it. I want to play with them in front of you. Let me play with my balls in front of you. Oh, my balls. Well, I hope your neighbor was happy, Yuan. I hope it brought him some joy this evening. It's like, I was raised Roman Catholic. I'm not really practicing anymore. Oh, but this makes that sound like the altar boys used to lean down, and at a certain point of the mass, they used to shake the little bells to add emphasis. They'd be like, And they go, "Hey, it's the mystery of faith," and then they go, and I go, "Ooh, bells." That's like magic. And boy, do I like a little magic. You won, you won, you won. See, it's for your neighbor. I understand. Watch, I'm probably saying a swear in some other language. Sure, it's hysterical. It's kind of like when, Dixon comes into the room. And I get to scream his name. "Hey, look at Dixon! Mr. Myers!" It's fun to do. It's silly. They're jokes, people. There should be... why can't I list this under comedy? Because someone's... like, does it take one person saying, "That's not a funny joke," and then it stops being comedy? Is that how it works? Who decides what's funny? I think I'm funny. I'm funny looking. I'm funny smelling. I don't think I'm funny tasting, but I don't generally sample my own man. You talk to your neighbor. I'm going to go over here for a second. We've almost hit that time now. Out here in Daniels, Connecticut, it is just about 10 p.m. And that changes my diet. That means I better this up. All right. Oh. Did I hit that by accident? Was I muted? I think I muted myself by accident. Oh, that's not good.
You can only set thumbs up or down for a song playing on your custom stations.
No. I wasn't talking to you. She's very uppity. In fact, sometimes overbearing. The artificial intelligence in my room is overbearing. Right. We got this. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just opened up out here. Everything. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, ooh, excuse me again. Saw the. Got my Coca-Cola bubbles going down here. Glad I caught that. Oh, that's encouraging. So if I can do, all right, no problem. It'll be fine. Everything's good. Smoke goes on. Let's try this. Try something else over here. The Zen elevator. Do that. Zen elevator. Benito! You know, the nuances of life, sometimes you miss them, sometimes you don't. Everything will be fine. It all works out, or it doesn't. But we're still here, that means we're winners. We are successes because we've made it through the adversity in our lives to reach this moment right now. And you're a winner. You made it. You survived. You got to this point. And now you get to plan to make the next points better. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, you missed motivational speeches by Kevin G Nicholson. And then I use some accents. I talk like different people. And then I default back to New England and I drive my car around. It's my default. You know, things are rough up at Harvard Yard. I mean, from my perspective, I know that not everyone's perspective, but I only got my own perspective to go by. I am wearing a cool t-shirt though. Yeah. That's pretty cool, I think. Yeah. Not even legible. I don't know, looks to me. I don't know if it comes out backwards. My t-shirt dream sequence. Yeah, I'm at the point where it's 10:07 p.m. here in Danielson, Connecticut. It's dark out, and I'm finishing off my last of my Coca-Cola. Before I start hitting the harder stuff. And that means this. So that means you're one of. All right. Took me a second. All that time zone stuff. I'm not smart enough for that. I think I should just move everything a half an hour in between and leave it big. I know that wasn't right, but my nose is itchy. It's alright though. I can get by with the itchy nose. Itchy. Remember Itchy and Scratchy? Hey, it's a divorced truck driver. And how are you this fine, fine evening? This fine Thursday night. Yeah, I think the squad 10. After 10 is night, right? It's like from 9 to midnight, that's night. And then 6 to 9 is like evening. I'm not sure what the rules are. I'm doing all right. I'm full of anxiety because I got a lot of stuff going on, but it's okay. I'm just a guy doing the best he can. I'm trying to stay in good spirits. I hope you're in good spirits too. And if not, well, you should be, because you made it here. That means you're a winner. You survived all of your toil, and you've made it. Hey, and then there's Skank up 42. Oh, and divorced truck driver. Behind me, you're listening to my new album entitled Awesome, which just released 2 days ago. So it's a new track. And I'm trying to see how good I can get it to do. So if you can, get on over to Spotify or whatever music platform, give them a run. Because the first week is always the most important. And I like it. I'm sitting here chilling to it. I've been doing silly voices and talking about the Hawk Taw girl and how I wish I were her father. And if she has a father, I hope he will be good to her and he will be supportive because she has a sense of humor. All right, Maine with the kayak. So that's nice. So you're going up there to sit on that water. And actually, I think I've been to Maine once. It's beautiful. I used to travel more when I was younger. Now I'm just like, I kind of like it where I'm at. I want to say the last time I was in Maine was like 20 years ago. But it really, but isn't that's, they have a different accent up there too. Bangor, Maine. We got lobsters and we got the chowder. How's your chowder in Bangor? That's what you need to be doing up in Bangor. Have some lobster. Timber. I gotta get some timber. Yacht, bub. What's going on, yacht, bub? See? I know. A little bit. I don't know everything, but I can occasionally do a voice here and there. And that's the way, the further north you go from Boston, all of a sudden that Boston accent just drifts away. Then all those cars, it goes in kind of a little higher in the voices. Then it's a Pepperidge Farm sort of song. Pepperidge Farm knows what you did last summer, so you better mind your P's and Q's, or Pepperidge Farm is gonna let everyone know what you're up to. In Bangor. Yeah, Bob. I got. That's all I got, man. But yeah, I'm proud that I got this done, and I think I did a halfway decent job on it. We'll see what the numbers are. And tomorrow I move my new roommate in. Legendary Spark. He's coming to live with me for a while, and that's where the anxiety comes from, because I gotta go. I gotta drive an hour and a half. And go grab him, grab his stuff, come back here, have a conversation, and then hopefully the weather will change, and I'll be able to go to my medieval fair tomorrow. But if it's raining, I'm not going. That's it, and it's just done. Then I'm done until like the end of August. So that means I got 2 months of very little to film that's outside of me and my little universe. I like to go outside of my universe a little bit and kind of like to let you guys know. You know what I mean? Go out. I want to go out and explore and then report back. Report back to you. Yeah, that's the chime wave. You can hear it. There it is. That means one more complete album. Back to the top. Remember, this is the core. Even in Maine, they're gonna like this. They're gonna go, yeah, Bob. Not smoking. I like that one. See, that's the thing. It's just, you get into it, but it's not. But it doesn't overstay its welcome. None of them overstay their welcome. Maybe you should do some. There are things that you can put on your songs on Spotify. They're called canvases. They're like 8-second loops, and that's to help get your music seen as well as heard. And I did it for like one album for a few of the songs, but it didn't seem to help too much. So I was like, it didn't seem like it was really worth it. But for this one, I think I'm going to do it for a few of them just for the fun of it, and see if it maybe does anything. They say it's supposed to increase the amount of time that people well, not the amount of time, it increases the range of the exposure of the music, supposedly. But I hadn't seen any of that statistically, according to my numbers. But, you know. But my hair is not that light Ronald McDonald blue. Now it's, you know what I mean? You get the old spot out on this mop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like I'm on stage. I'm on stage real big time. Still just he's a dark blue. No. We're not, oh wait, we're not supposed to do the, business. Gotta do the business. Yeah, my last album got one of my songs on it, and it did very well. Well, I speak English. I just do Spanish accents, and it's kind of racist, but it's mostly funny. I don't want to screw with like automation or bots, but being on playlists I know helps. Like I'm signed up to be on the Spotify playlist, like the radio naturally. That happens intrinsically. But you can also submit your songs in for them, but I haven't submitted a single one because I'm like, no, it's got to do it organically, or otherwise it's not. Otherwise it feels like it's cheating, so I'm not buying playlists or robots or any of that. But I have been added to a couple of playlists, and I have my own playlist, which is the Kevin G Nicholson Experience, and that's where every song I've done is on one playlist. And so that's for like, if you only got the basic plan, you can put that on, and it'll go for a real long time before it tries to switch you out to something else. Because it'll do that if you're not premium. Most of his listeners are in South America, I guess. Well, that's, it's funny that you would say that. When I first started doing this, I figured I'd do the instrumental stuff because there's no language barrier. You hear it and you like it or you don't. You know what I mean? And so it seems to me that I should have a more worldwide appeal. It seemed to work for a little bit, and then everyone went to war, and then the numbers went right to hell. Well, is there such a thing as apartheid music? Wouldn't that be South African? Well, aren't you glad you get to chill out and then you get to go again? Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. You made it here. And stuff like that happens to everyone all the time. And actually, it's funny because me and my mom were always going, hey, what did we say we were going to do? And neither one of us can remember. And then 5 minutes later, oh yeah, oh, that's what went on. It's like synapses just lose the electric charge, and it goes off into the universe, and then it like sinks back into the head. Like right there, right through the third eye. You know what? I think I need it. I think I need it right now. I got my little cup here. meat computers are so weird. Is that my only one? I think it's my only one. That's alright. Oh. You can tell. My third eye on. I'm trying to tell the future through my third eye. My third eye is googly. I have a googly third eye. Yes, this is the real Kevin G Nicholson experience with the third eye. I was thinking about, I guess some people who actually watch this channel stopped by and they said hi, and I'm so upset with myself for not getting a picture with them, because it kind of like happened like that, and in both times, actually that happened twice, and I was like, both times I should have been on the wall, but I was just like in the moment. The googly eye does make it though. Think I could wear this to a job interview and still get the job? I guess it depends on what the job's for, huh? Is it something that requires insight? Well, there you are. I can see you're going to hire me. Well, obviously, you know, for me, it would be nuclear physics or quantum mechanics. Something very cerebral that requires the insight that you get from the third eye. I mean, obviously. Connecticut's really got nothing going for it. I mean, see, I'm shitting on my own state. The Constipation state has legal marijuana. That's what they do have. They got decent roads for the most part, so that's two, because they got rumble strips and stuff. What else do we got? We got the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, so that's good. And it's very quiet where I'm at, so I like my quiet corner. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of like Hartford or New Haven or anything on the highway there, really. Willimantic ain't too sweet. Let's see. London, I guess, is a little better. It's all kind of. Yeah, I imagine the Northwest must be beautiful. I don't get up that way much. I think the closest I did go was probably Harwinton. I always want to put a G on Harwinton. I want to call it Harwinton. It's not how it's spelled. Just like what you just did with South Africa, South America. Yeah, you meant, did you mean drums or did you mean Aztecs? Yeah, everyone's all the people with money are taking advantage of it. No big corporations are making record losses, but people are. People have to pay mortgages and rents and, you know, like electric bills. Kent, Lynchfield, Phantom Falls, Norfolk. So you got your own nice, you got like a nice little hidden corner. Yeah, it's expensive to stay up. I almost think it's like what did they used to call it? And they probably still call it gentrification, where they just make it so expensive that most people who are in the low class just can't stay there anymore. I kind of feel like that's going on a little bit. And if you don't have a decent job that can, cover what they just inflated everything to, then what do you got to do? You got to go down south. I am not, but my third eye is. No, I am drinking. I have not gotten to the beer yet. I'm on Coca-Cola. I'm naturally goofy, though. Does that count? Look at my third eye. Look at it. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to own a home on purpose either. No, it really is insane until it's some sort of... I'm hoping that somehow everything will counterbalance. But that's probably unlikely because, the greedy want what they're getting. It's like the electric company around here, Eversource. Keep jacking those rates up. That company isn't losing any money. They've had record profits. Those shareholders have made a ton, and that board of directors has made a ton. Who are they passing who are they taking that money from? Us. Yeah, but you see, revolution doesn't start unless it starts by the young, because the young have no families to look after. Once you have a family, then you can't be a revolutionary because you're worried about what they're going to do to your family. That's revolution in the modern world. That's how that's going to work. I mean, and like I know anything. There was a class I took in school, in college. It was about revolution in the modern world. I wish we could just stop being good little slaves, but I mean, I like to think that somehow I've managed to sidestep most of it, but at the same time, I mean, I still, I got no problem with manual labor doing a hard day's work. No, that's actually a good point, and you're right, because they're not screwing around, they're not having kids, or at least so the news says. Who knows if they're being honest, but I don't know. It seems like there's just less young people, period, just around. I don't know if it's just my perception. Maybe it's just because I'm up in the upper northeast corner, and there are a lot of older folk up here. But from my point of view, a lot of young people around. So I'm skewed based on my point of view, which is up in here in Danielson. But I have heard reports saying that, and I've heard that we're not breeding enough, which is a weird thing to hear. But I've been hearing it more and more. Going, we're just not having enough kids, and ultimately, you got math or you got ideology. I guess you can't have both. But again, I'm still optimistic. Maybe, kids grow up. They're not all douchebags. I mean, not all teenagers are bad teenagers. Just 90% of them. I've known a couple that were all right. The rest of them. I would like to point out what my third eye is thinking. I feel like Bert. Hey, Bert. What happened to your other eye? Ernie. It's the Muppet eye. But that's it. It's time. It's time for the googly eye to get a little googlier. Field trip. Hey, I forgot that was even going. No! No? You're out into the... Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, I lost my third eye. Oh no! Oh. Wait, is that it? I'm gonna need to bring that. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, let's see if this works. And a little bit. You're gonna have to touch that up. It's supposed to be glow in the dark paint. If I do that. Oh. Show up good enough. I'm gonna need to. Only one man. Yeah, but all of us together. Right now we're 3 men. And this man is having a drink. It's time. It's time. Oh. Yep. Oh. No. No. Yeah, I'm going to touch up that painting. My neighbor, my buddy, said I should... our powers combined. It's like the Wonder Twins, but it's the Wonder Triplets. I think it's just having a mutually aspired goal of goodness. Excuse me. Oh, we know what's coming. Oh, there it is. See, I've been doing that POS podcast. And I'm trying to get them to monetization because they say anything on that program. They don't hide much. And so I want to see how they're going to deal with monetization when they have to click all the buttons that say where you have to rate your own channel or your own piece or your own stream. Because that's why I'm trying not to swear or do, or be too edgy. Because I don't want the algae rhythm to come down on me. But I want them to get monetized to see how they handle it, because they're definitely going to get flagged for a lot of the stuff that they say. But as I was saying yesterday, I kind of want to use them as a blocker car, where if I send them ahead through the minefield, that is YouTube. I'll see where they go, and I'll know that's the safe route. If that makes any sense. And he's pretty funny, but he's off. He's really off the deep end too. Well, they both are, but they're funny, and that's the point. Like the Hawk Taw girl. Wish everyone just lay off her. She deserves a prize for making us laugh. She doesn't deserve to be fired. I was so upset when I heard about that. And I know, what is it? I mean, it's not directly affecting me, but I can have empathy for the Hawk Taw girl. Just saying. This song in the background is me splitting up the chime wave into segments and then taking an actual storm, cutting that up into samples and interweaving that together. If I ever get to see, like, if I ever get out from under the yoke of censorship, I got a song that you would really enjoy that I play acoustically. It's funny. Maybe I'll do that late one night when I'm after I've had a few of these. It's really fun. I singing this to somebody at Strange Creek, and but I whispered the lyrics to him, and he fell off the log he was sitting on backwards, as if the joke hit him so hard it propelled him backwards. It was pretty funny, but it's explicit. It's not acceptable it's not according to community standards. I hope you get some Hawk Taw too. I don't even want any Hawk Taw. I thought it was funny that she did that, and she gets money for the joke. She doesn't get fired for the joke. It doesn't matter whether she does it or not. I mean, if we're dating, it does, but no, we're not dating. I'm just rooting for her. The Zen elevator. This is when, I don't know, this one just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, this was really, like, kind of inspired, but spontaneous, if that can happen at the same time. Because I could just picture, anytime you hear that little ding, like, that's a floor. And like, you could see the, like, the lights would be going up. Yeah, I like this one. Granted, it's a little chill. It's a little chill, but I can be chill. But I lost my third eye. My third eye is gone. I feel less powerful somehow, because I do not have a Muppet eye in my forehead. I'm gonna have to order some Muppet eyes. I was eyeing out the Hat of Condemnation, wondering if that had Muppet eyes on it, but it doesn't. I need legit old school, OG Muppet eyes. Because OG Muppet eyes, I'm telling you, that's where it's at. That's where this channel is going. It's going to the third eye patch in the third eye. Well, what's the third eye patch going to say? Because you're going to have that covering up the third eye? What should be written on the third eye patch? I mean, I don't want to do like a pirate theme, because that's like, that'd be a skull and crossbones or something. But what would go good on the eye patch that covers the third eye? would it be a design or a pattern or a saying? It's got to be something short and blocky so anyone can read it. I'm just spitballing here, guys. Well, as I know, it's been a that should that be eye patch? Hawk Tui? That's actually, maybe that's not a bad idea. I mean, that's riding the trends a little, but obviously it works because everyone's talking about it. Like I literally walked into the package store and the two people working behind the register were talking about it. Not today, yesterday. And I can't keep my mouth shut. So I'm like, no, leave Hawk Tui alone. I mean, leave Hawk Tar alone. If I were to have a kid, I'd want her or him to have that kind of sense of humor. You need to be able to chuckle. If you can't chuckle about the absurdity of life, you're doomed. Doomed, I say. Doomed. Is that too much? I can never tell. All right, I'll put you down. Sorry. Shake you guys up every now and then. Over here, have a little sip of something. This side. Oh, and life is okay. We made it. Despite the Hawk Tar that is or is not happening in our lives, we've made it here. See, I'm trying to center, despite not having the third eye patch, or the third eye. I must get myself a bigger third eye. See, it really was. I was christened at Strange Creek with the third eye. Tell them to give me the Hawk Tui when it's done. Give the that'll do, pig. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I don't think I ever saw a baby, but I know of it. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I don't know why I'm even picking that voice. Did I get the voice right? I think for some reason I've heard that. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Am I doing the voice right? Because I can hear it in my head, but I don't know if I'm hearing it right. A little more Scottish. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That's gonna be. Score. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You gotta put a little more lilt in there, but I'm working on it. I know I'm close. Maybe I should actually watch it. Seems to me that's a kids movie though. I stay so far away from kids movies. Just like I try to stay so far away from kids, period. Anyone under the age of 18 is poison as far as I'm concerned. So what makes having kids great? What, that you get to watch Babe? I would think, see, my little stint of attempting as a kid, it was nice to actually, one of the things you'll excuse me using the phrasing, got off on, was her mirroring my mannerisms and picking up phrases that I was using. That I was like, oh, that's real cool. No, I could when you can look through their eyes, because sometimes they say stuff that's strangely brilliant for not having that perspective. But I really do like that's one of the things that made me decide, like, if I could have a kid, I still would, despite the economic. Hey DF, go F yourself. This music is awesome. Literally. I mean, whatever, everyone's taste is subjective. How about that? You're entitled to like what you like, and I like what I like. And But yeah, no, I'd still like to have, that kind of convinced me where, like, I would like to actually have a kid, but it'd have to be my own DNA. Ooh, snap. Well, not nowadays. Let me sing you a song, DF. I can show you a world. Alexa, pause. I can show you a world where you can change genders. Tell me, princess, now when did you decide you were a guy? A whole new world, a whole fantastic anal view. Look at my shooting star. Now it's a starfish. What's the No, that was good though. That was a nice snap. Snap to it. That's like a good heckler. That was a good heckle. I ever think of streaming on Instagram? I don't know what's the. Thanks, man. What's the bonuses of streaming on Instagram? I haven't even considered that. Like, I've been trying so hard just getting the YouTube stuff going. And now that I'm finally actually seeing pennies come through the hourglass, I'm like, I'll never be able to use that song because you know the tune of that is Aladdin. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, so there's less censorship on Instagram. Someone was saying that there's a way to stream to all of them, but I kind of wanted to build my audience on this. Oh, excuse me. Because Facebook sucks the life out of me every time I scroll a little bit and I'm just like, I feel myself getting dumber. I feel myself getting real stupid real quick. Because it's really weird, because my friends list is like, it's like liberal, conservative, atheist, godlike, da-da-da-da-da. It's all over the place, and so it's just like, it's like peering into the mind of an insane. Anytime I scroll on Facebook, and I always leave Facebook feeling a little less. It used to be. I mean, it's still a handy tool in its own right, but after the Russians used that to turn us against each other, I'm like, oh no. And I know, feminism was influenced by that old BS. I don't know how to monetize Instagram, but yeah, you can be more free. Well, I think I might just be being a little over anal about it myself. Can I say anal without leaving it terms of service? Anyway, I'm just playing it really on the safe side until that's why I want to see the POS podcast go monetized. I want to see someone else go through the course before I travel it myself. Like I want to have a first-hand view of the overhead terrain. Because if I can get away with some darker stuff, then it'll take off. But but at the same time, I don't want to lose the platform because I've been working hard on the platform for a while, and it's kind of like, you're dating the girl for 3 years, and you know that she's probably cheating on you, but you kind of still want to see if you can salvage it because you put so much time in, even though you really shouldn't because she's cheating. Who are you? Sorry, did that just leak through? Did my true life experiences leak through to the audience? Am I an actual human being who's been betrayed? I usually see them mentally and physically challenged people. Cars full of people crashing, lots of death and gore, and we all know you're just AI, Kevin. You're just AI. That's an AI third eye. AI third eye. Ooh. Ooh, I'm writing that down. That's good. AI third eye. Oh, I'm going to workshop that. Yeah, and Sparky's definitely AI. If I'm AI, he's definitely AI. I'm AI third eye. He's just AI. It's better than Facebook. You're talking about Instagram, I think. Probably. I mean, I have it. I have an account. I just don't go over there at all, really. Like I don't even pitch my stuff over there and go, hey, look at my new album. Like I really haven't done anything on Instagram or like I threw something on X, I threw something on Facebook, and then that was pretty much it. Excuse me. Alexa, resume. Alexa, resume. Good girl. Only girl who listens most of the time that I've ever met. But before I think I would be fascinated to see which parts of my DNA were to, what mannerisms and what things, because you can see it in other people's children. Oh, that comes from the mom, and that comes from the dad, and oh, they got that way of speaking from the mom or the dad, and you're like, even with me, I laugh like my grandfather, I cough like my dad, I sway like my mother. I see all these little aspects, and I'm like, ooh, I'm very curious to see. And I'm a very nurturing fella by nature, so. Well, then, by all means, get some sleep. But I really appreciate you hanging out for a while. It makes much more fun when people jibby back and forth with me for a little bit. And you tend to like your parents more as you age. You start to realize, hey, it's so funny because you hit that teenage years and you're just so rebellious. And, oh, I'm my own person. And then later on you go, oh, they were trying to help. And I was a little douchebag. Well, I don't know what you guys were like. I was a little douchebag. And I wish I would have been better in hindsight. But I'd like to think I'm more than making up for it now. Yeah, and that's the thing. We can't control what we get. But still, it would be fascinating. I'd like to continue the line and see what I get. But I don't want to do it with a psycho. And there are a lot of psychos out there. That seems kind of typical, though. Because I was very douchey into I want to say until my mid-20s. And then I started to chill out. But I didn't really have an appreciation for my parents until I want to say 40. And now I'm almost like, now I feel even more guilty because now I have a different perspective. So I'm like, oh shit, I was such a prick. It seems to be, it seems like the natural order of things. And it certainly informs us as we move through life now. So I'm kind of glad for that experience. I wish I would have been nicer in hindsight, but I can't change that. So it does make me nicer now. I'm certainly a lot more patient and adapting and tolerant now than I ever was in my youth. And I'm kind of grateful for that, because that tolerance not only has kept me alive, it's kept others alive. And the sense of humor too. If I didn't have a sense of humor, there would be dead people. But I'm able to absorb it and go, all right, everything's gonna be okay. And it's all right. You know, we all have to have a bad time. And I cry too. I was watching The Boys today, and there was a very special scene that made me think of my relationship with my dad, and I started tearing up. I had a moment, and then I'm like, Kevin, this is fiction. I have to talk myself down and go, Kevin, this isn't real life. This isn't happening right now. This is a show. You don't have to get so emotionally invested. All right, come on. Let's think about this with a little logic. Don't let those chemicals change who he is. Hey, generally at every funeral, if there's tears and there's laughter, they kind of coexist pretty easily. That's the other thing. The older you get, the more funerals you go to, and you're like, oh boy, that's an eye opener. Thank you kindly. Hold me in your thoughts. I'll hold you in mine, my friend. Cheers. You couldn't see the label. And be safe. Take care of yourself. And if you can handle it, maybe even the people around you. I don't want to rip off Jerry Springer directly. I'm nothing but a Springer. It's been quite the day, and tomorrow's going to be. It's all right. It'll go down fine. Everything will be fine. I'm going to be optimistic. You be optimistic. Well, a long day, and that's how you get the stuff done. I mean, if you just do one thing a day, I mean, it's still an accomplishment, but I'm kind of like my mom in this regard, where it's just like, I can sit down for a little bit, but generally I'll see something that I can do, and I will get up and I will do it. And that goes with the gardening stuff too, where I'm like, oh, well, I could weed those plants, or I could, water the pumpkins, or I could, you know what I mean? There'll always be something on the list that I'm like, ooh, I should do this, ooh, I should do that. Yeah, and you really work. Like, I don't have a real job. You have a real job. So my heart does go out to you. Although, we're good. Freedom's another word left to lose. See, that's the thing. If you're, but you're also at, well, see, I'm speaking, I don't know for a fact. Again, I'm relating it to my experiences. I don't know what your experiences are. I hope I have enough sense to realize that, which I do. But it sounds like it's a gig economy where you get to choose the projects that you do for a certain amount. You get to choose, like, when I would DJ, I mean, people would make the offer, oh, will you do this for $100? Will you do this for $80? And da-da-da-da-da. And you get to pick your gigs. And you go, well, if you pay me a little more, then I'll do it. Otherwise, F off. And see, that's handy when you got the agility to be able to do that and pick and choose. Problem is that, especially around here, if you're not quick enough, you'll never make enough to make ends meet. And people do it, and I'm amazed that people do it. But I don't think I'm that clever. That's why I'm doing this. I'm hoping that somehow I can eke out a living on doing all this electronic stuff. Well, that's it. You know, and it's funny how jobs change when you're on them. Like, I didn't mind doing the DJing at first, when, you know, like for the first few months, because people weren't being douchey. But when people started getting nasty, I was like, okay, this isn't worth the amount that I agreed on. And I did the job until it was over, but I would never take that job again. But it's nice to have that freedom to go, okay, never mind, to pass on stuff. Well, no, that's good. That means you keep your word. Keeping your word is something that's very valuable in this world. Genuine is always more. Everyone can say anything, but to actually get it done, well, that's a different story entirely. So kudos to being a person of your word. Yeah. You know, and sometimes you tolerate it, and sometimes you go, no, I'm all set. Thanks. Find somebody else who's going to deal with your bullshit. See the translator do that one. And I mean, that's life. I mean, good clients, bad clients. Good hawk taw. Bad hawk taw. Bad hawk taw. Well, I mean, you know, I'm just trying to be realistic with the universe that's in front of us. Because even when we think we got it all together, something generally comes out of left field and we have to adapt. I mean, that's the thing. Like, even with the music, like in my second year, I got a little bit of a break and my numbers started to really climb. And now I'm lucky if I can even get, you know, 100,000 per album. And I'm trying not, in my instinct is to take it personally and go, what did I not do right or wrong? But sometimes, the internet's like the way it's got its own ups and downs, and you can't tell. You just kind of got to roll with it and do the best you can. Hopefully you have more laughter than tears, more good clients than bad clients. Right? And you just keep plowing ahead. And plowing ahead! But yeah. So, I mean, with that in mind, if it didn't, you never can tell. In a sense, we're all playing the lottery. And we could all win at any moment, or we could all lose at any moment. But you got to keep trying. Or, well, you don't have to, but I want to keep trying. Until my spirit is gone. There are very few things that can really disable my spirit at this point. Very few things. I have a very lighthearted spirit by nature. I do want the world to be a better place, and I'd like to play a part in making it a little better if I can. And I'm just starting with just by being nice, like playing please and thank you and keeping my word and trying to show compassion and trying to endure the hills and the valleys. And I'll say to you amongst the people, send those positive vibes out. Like you want to do, make the world a better place. A better place for you and the people you care about. For you and the people come after. I had a queef this afternoon, and it smelled like whiskey and coffee. Is that tasteless? I can never tell. Wow. I'm almost tempted. Almost tempted. It's gonna be an interesting weekend. I'm gonna keep you guys informed as this goes on, because tomorrow evening I will do the same thing that I did tonight. I'll jump on at 9 and then try to see how far I get, but I'll have the legendary Sparky with me tomorrow, and we'll see how that runs. And then you can decide if we are truly AI or if we have AI third eyes. I think that's gonna be an interesting experiment. But I have to do some other things. AI brown eyes. Oh, that's even better. I gotta write that down. All right, but before I can write that down, my brown eye needs to be evacuated. So, great hanging with you, Blue. It's night. I gotta take care of this. Thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Night.